Hello, Miriam at the Bureau with your national weather forecast for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 7th of January. Taking a look at tomorrow's weather map now, we can see plenty of clear skies across much of western, southern and eastern Australia. It will be hot though. We've got a low pressure trough moving east from Western Australia, and that's going to drive significant heat across those southern and southeastern states with severe heat waves building. Further north, showers and thunderstorms will continue through the tropics as monsoonal flow starts to deepen once more. You can see that the monsoon trough has reappeared on our weather map here. Heavy falls and flash flooding will be possible for some areas. Let's take a state-by-state look at tomorrow's forecast now, starting with Queensland. Now, the chance of a few showers pushing up the east coast of Queensland tomorrow, tending more scattered with the risk of thunderstorms through the far north of the state. We could see some heavy falls and the risk of flooding around the monsoon trough, particularly across parts of Cape York Peninsula, but we may see some moderate to locally heavy falls continuing across parts of the northeast tropical coast as well. Now, most other parts of the state will remain fairly dry tomorrow, but of course we do have our significant flooding event underway, particularly impacting those northern and western parts of the state with prolonged impacts for many communities. For Brisbane tomorrow though, we are heading for a dry and mostly sunny day with a top of 30 degrees. In New South Wales tomorrow, the chance of morning fog across our eastern districts and the very slight chance of an isolated shower or two across the far northeast. Fairly warm through those eastern districts tomorrow, tending hot to very hot west of the ranges, with temperatures in the high 30s to low 40s. For Sydney tomorrow, we're heading for a mostly sunny day with a top of 30 degrees. Down in Canberra, sunny skies as well with a top of 35. For Victoria tomorrow, a very hot day lies ahead. Temperatures reaching the high 30s through parts of the south, but most parts of Victoria reaching the low to mid 40s. Some inland areas through the north may push towards 45 or 46 degrees tomorrow. Severe heat waves are building and extending statewide. Now, we have issued a dedicated severe weather update video around the heat waves and the high temperatures expected for southeastern Australia from tomorrow, so you can find more information on that situation in our other video. For now though, it's also worth noting that we do have some fresh northerly winds on the forecast for tomorrow, which will help to drive up the fire dangers across the state. High fire dangers for most areas, but we could see extreme fire dangers coming through for the Wimmera tomorrow. Melbourne is forecast to reach a top of 42 degrees in the city tomorrow, with most surrounding suburbs reaching 40 or 41 degrees at least. For Tasmania tomorrow, it will be a warm day as well. Temperatures in the high 20s to low 30s in many areas. Low to severe intensity heat waves will start to build across the northeast of the state, and we could see some high fire dangers coming through for some of those eastern and central districts. It will be dry and mostly sunny. We could see a little bit more cloud through the west with a slight chance of a shower later on. For Hobart tomorrow, dry and mostly sunny with a top of 28 degrees. Across South Australia for our Wednesday, a very hot day lies ahead. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s statewide. We could even see some locations pushing towards 46 or 47 degrees, particularly through those inland and southeastern parts. Severe heat waves are also extending statewide, and this is not just a normal burst of summer heat. These are significantly dangerous conditions which are likely to impact even those who are young and fit, as well as those who may be more vulnerable to the heat. It's really a time to check in on your family and your neighbours and make sure that you are staying as cool as possible through this heat wave. Now, we may see a bit of a wind change to a southerly across some of those southern districts later on, but it won't put too much of a dent on the heat. We're also likely to see elevated fire dangers across much of the state tomorrow, extreme fire dangers for the west coast, Eyre and Yorke Peninsulas, Fleurieu Peninsula and the southeast. For Adelaide tomorrow, we are heading for a sweltering top of 42 degrees after an overnight low tonight of just 25. In Western Australia tomorrow, generally warm conditions across much of the state. Temperatures slightly closer to average through the southwest and along the south coast in the wake of this low pressure trough. Generally dry conditions are expected across Western Australia tomorrow, but we could see some isolated, mostly dry thunderstorms near and west of this trough across inland parts of the south, as well as across areas further north with the risk of some gusty winds there. We are likely to see high fire dangers continuing across much of the west tomorrow, with some gusty winds at times. For Perth tomorrow, we are heading for a sunny day and a top of 30 degrees. In the Northern Territory tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms continue across the north and the northeast as our monsoon trough starts to deepen once more. We could see some locally moderate falls across that northeastern area close to the Gulf. Showers and thunderstorms will dry out through those central and southern parts of the territory tomorrow, with temperatures spiking further south as well, pushing into the low 40s there too. For Darwin though, it will be a little bit cooler under that rain, showers and the chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow with a top of 33 degrees. Now you can find your detailed forecast via the Bureau's website, the Bomb Weather app and via our social media. Have a great night. We'll catch you next time.